Hey friends, and welcome to a day in my life as a busy mom of two. Today is going to be a productive day of cleaning, laundry, and I'm doing a little grocery delivery, so I'll give you guys a grocery haul. And I'm even cooking an easy crock pot recipe. So if you're looking for some motivation to tackle your own to-do list today, then you've come to the right place. So let's get started on tackling our to-do list together. All right, so I am starting out the day with packing the kids' lunch boxes and water bottles while they get themselves ready for school. We actually do a little carpool because it is about a 35-minute drive to our school in the mornings, and so we carpool with some friends, and today is our day to take. So my husband is actually going to take the kids to school today because his office is about 15 minutes from their school, and he has to run by there before he heads to a case at the hospital. Now, his schedule is so different every day. Some days he's up and out of the house by 5:30 in the morning, and some days he doesn't go in until later. So some days I take to school, and then some days he takes to school if it works out with his schedule. All right, so I've got their lunches all packed and ready to go. I'm gonna go stick these in their book bags and then pack their water bottles, and the kids will be off to school. Now that the kids are headed to school, I am going to sit down here on the couch, have a little Red Bull to get me some caffeine this morning, and do my quiet time, and then I'm going to plan for the day, and then I'm also doing a grocery order through Walmart so that I can have my groceries delivered before lunchtime. Now, if you're looking for a new planner, this one is amazing. I've actually been using it for years, and I just love the layout of it. But here's my to-do list for today. The kids are already gone to school, so Chance covered that for me. I posted a new YouTube video this morning, ordered groceries. I have to clean out the fridge, restock the groceries, and then I also got a new robot vacuum that I'm going to plug in and get charged up so that way I can start using that. And for dinner tonight, I'm doing beef and broccoli in the crock pot. It's so easy and delicious and perfect for busy weeknights. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do before I can actually get started on anything else on this to-do list is to go ahead and open the blinds and make up my bed. It is such a beautiful sunny day here in Georgia, so I am feeling motivated this morning, which our weather here has been so crazy. A few weeks ago, we had a snowstorm, and then this week it's been in the 70s, high in the 80s, but I am not complaining at all. I am loving this spring weather in February. It's been amazing. Okay, I'm about to go start a load of laundry, but I wanted to share with y'all the book that I'm listening to right now. It's called Fourth Wing. Everybody has been talking about this book, and so I started it. I'm about halfway through, and it is so good. Now, I will say there is a lot of language in this book, which I did not expect, but the storyline is really good. It kind of reminds me of like a mix of Hunger Games and Harry Potter. I don't know. There's dragons and magic and stuff like that in it too, but it's really good so far. Can't wait to see how it ends. It is a series though, and I think there are supposed to be like 5 books by the end of it. So I'm just listening while I'm cleaning around the house today. And if you ever need any book recommendations, I do have a whole highlight of books saved on my Instagram, but I also have a bunch of my favorite books saved on my Amazon storefront. Okay, now I do need to clean out my refrigerator, but before I can even think about doing that, I want to go ahead and clean up the kitchen. So I'm just putting all the cords away, getting the counters cleaned off. We've got some dishes that were drying here on our drying mat, and the dishes in the dishwasher are clean. So I'm going to go ahead and unload the dishwasher and reload it with any of the dirty dishes. and then clean out the sink and wipe down the countertops, and then I will actually clean out my refrigerator. And really quick, I wanted to let y'all know, if you did not see my last video, I actually shared our new car tour. So we had a Honda Odyssey before. I had that one for 3 years, and we had a Honda Odyssey before that one that I had for, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 years. I don't know, a long time. So I have had a Honda Odyssey van for a long time and finally ended up getting a new car, and we went with the Ford Expedition Max. And so in my last video, I actually share a car tour, and then I also organized the car and asked you guys for suggestions on anything that I forgot. And you guys gave me the best suggestions, so many things that I would have never thought about putting in my car. So thank you for your feedback. If you guys want to see that video, you can go to my channel, and it's the very last video that I posted before this one, and see how I organized everything. But also go read through the comments, because there are so many great ideas on things that you should keep in your car. Like I said, I never thought about a lot of these things, so I'm excited to grab some of these items and put them in my car so that I am prepared. But thank you again to everyone who supports my channel and comes and hangs out with me weekly. I try to post videos every single Monday. I don't always post them every Monday. I talked about this earlier in the year, but sometimes life gets busy, or we get sick, or we have to go out of town, or a hurricane happens or something. So thank you for understanding if there's a Monday and I don't have a video up. But I try my best to get videos out every single Monday. I love getting to hang out with you guys in the comments and just get your responses. And honestly, so many of you comment every single week that I feel like I've gotten to know you guys over the years. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing, and I am so glad that you're here. Now, to say thank you to you guys, I do want to do a giveaway here on my channel, but y'all let me know what you would prefer. Would you rather have a PayPal cash giveaway? Would you rather do a favorites giveaway where I put together a basket full of all of my favorite items and gift that to someone? So y'all let me know. I'm going to do whatever the majority votes on. So either a PayPal cash giveaway or a favorites giveaway. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm actually going to be doing the same thing over there. So you actually will have 2 chances. So I'll do a giveaway over here for YouTube, but then I'll also do one for Instagram. And you are welcome to enter both giveaways. You don't have to just enter one. You can enter both of them if you want to. All right, so now that I have the kitchen clean, I'm going to clean out the refrigerator. I just needed to wipe down these shelves today, so I decided to pull all the stuff out so that I could wipe those down, and then I also had a few things that we just needed to throw out of the refrigerator. And I do have a Walmart delivery coming, so I wanted to do this before they got here, and they were actually on the way as I was doing this, but my closest Walmart is like 25 minutes away. So this didn't take me too long to do. I just wiped down these shelves really quick and then put everything back in. And I actually had like 5 minutes to spare before they got there. So it was perfect timing. Now, like I said, our Walmart is like 25 minutes from our house, so grocery delivery for us has been such a game changer. I try to do grocery delivery every single Monday. Sometimes I'm on top of it and actually order my groceries on Sunday night to have them delivered on Monday, but now they have where you can have them delivered in 3 hours or less. So a lot of times I have just been ordering all of my groceries on Monday mornings. And it has been so nice because before our groceries were delivered, I would do grocery pickup, which was also awesome, but I always had to do Tuesday mornings for grocery pickup just because Mondays, if you tried to do pickup, it was so crazy busy that you ended up sitting there for a long time or you couldn't even get a spot for Monday mornings. So I realized that since so many people do grocery pickup on Monday mornings, I was doing Tuesdays. But I have been loving getting my groceries on Mondays because I can use Mondays as a reset day and I can get ready for the entire week. So I'll get groceries done, all the planning done for the week, and then I can use the rest of the week to do all of my filming and editing, run errands, appointments, all that kind of stuff. So I am just super grateful for grocery delivery. And my groceries have arrived. So I'm going to bring my groceries in really quick, but this weather has got me really wanting to decorate for spring. I actually still have our little Christmas trees. I guess they're not technically Christmas trees, but our little pine trees still on the front porch that have lights on them. I just kept them out for winter, and now I'm thinking with this warmer weather, I want to start putting some flowers out there. So I'm going to be on the lookout for some good faux flowers for the front porch for spring. If you guys see any anywhere, let me know. I have had really good luck with finding faux flowers off of Amazon that I've loved. I've actually had the faux mums that I use in the fall for several years now, and they're so good. So I want something that will last me years, but for spring. All right, so now I am just unloading all of my groceries, and then as soon as I'm done, I will give you guys a quick grocery haul. All right, I just got a little grocery haul delivered from Walmart. So let me show you guys what all we got for the week. Also, just so you guys know, I am gonna be picking up a Sam's Club order tomorrow. So this isn't everything that we're gonna have for the week. And a lot of the stuff we actually already have, like I already have everything I need for tonight's dinner because I ordered that last week. So it's Monday. I usually order my groceries for Tuesday through the following Monday, just to keep Mondays a little bit easier, and also just in case I don't actually get my grocery order delivered in time. All right, so starting over here, this was actually my only substitution today. I actually asked for the pretzel Nutella sticks, and I needed a 4-pack of these. They came in a pack of 4. But they were out of those and they only had 1 pack of these left. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to end up getting some from Sam's anyways. So that was fine. That was the only substitution I had. We've got some ramen noodles, some canned chicken. I like to use this when we make buffalo chicken dip, and I'm going to be making that later for this weekend. Protein pasta. We're actually going to have a chicken pasta in the crock pot later this week, so I needed some pasta for that. We've got blueberries, strawberries. I also got some of these Chobani drinks. They're kind of like little smoothies, and I got the mixed berry, and then I also got the strawberries and cream, and these have 20 grams of protein in them each. So I will pack these with the kids for lunch. I got some more sour cream. I got some more milk because we're almost out of the gallon that's in our fridge. We've got some mozzarella breadsticks. We're gonna eat these with our chicken pasta. Sharp cheddar cheese, turkey meat. I got some chicken nuggets. These are always a quick and easy lunch for the kids. Ground beef for tacos for tomorrow night. Chicken for our chicken pasta. I got lots of little desserts. We've got cosmic brownies. We've got the little Valentine's Day cakes, and then the Star Crunch. Have you guys ever had these? I used to eat these all the time when I was younger, and Chance saw these in the store the other day and got them, and now my kids love them. I also got some Sun Chips. I got these little mini M&Ms because I'm gonna make these Monster Energy balls. I actually had all the other ingredients for it already, but I needed some mini M&Ms for that. And then some Chomps beef sticks. I got these smaller ones that I'm gonna actually stick in my car. And then I got the larger ones, We've got the jalapeno beef sticks and then the original. And I like packing these in the kids' lunch boxes for a little snack and also to get some extra protein in. These have 10 grams of protein in this one beef stick. Then in these little ones, so these are like half the size, these have 4 grams of protein in them. I also got some bread for sandwiches. We've got some pizzas. We always do the classic crust pepperoni pizzas. I got 4 packs of those. We've got Red Bull, V8, strawberry lemonade energy drinks, and then some paper plates. All right, so that is my grocery haul for today. I'm gonna go put all this stuff away and then I'm gonna get dinner started in the crock pot. Okay, so all of that was around $196, but like I said, we already have a lot of our meats in the freezer. So we've got like deer meat that we use a lot. We've got meatballs in the freezer. And then I also do have to do a Sam's order for just a few things like toilet paper, paper towels, that kind of stuff. So let's get these groceries put away and then we will get our crock pot meal started. All right, so tonight we're making beef and broccoli. It is so easy. I'm just throwing my pack of stew meat into the bottom of my crock pot, and then I'm gonna make a little mixture of beef broth, soy sauce, brown sugar, sesame oil, and minced garlic, and then I'm gonna just mix that all together and pour it right over my beef. And then you're just gonna cover it and cook it on low for 4 to 6 hours or high for 2 to 3 hours until your beef is tender. And then the last 30 minutes of your cook time is when you're gonna throw in your broccoli, because you don't want your broccoli to get all mushy, so you just throw it in the last 30 minutes, and then once the cook time is up, it is ready to serve, and we just serve ours over rice. Now, I'm actually cooking mine on high today because I need it to be done before we leave to take my daughter to cheer practice. So she's actually gonna eat before cheer practice, and then I will just keep it in the crock pot on warm until we get back from the basketball game. This recipe is so easy and so good, and my entire family loves it. Also, if you like your sauce to be a little bit thicker, you can actually stir in a cornstarch slurry the last 10 minutes before it's ready, and it'll thicken that sauce right up. And then like I said, we just serve ours over rice. We're actually eating jasmine rice, and I do the Uncle Ben's jasmine rice that you just cook in the microwave for like 90 seconds, and our kids love this, and we do too. So here I'm just showing you the recipe done. This is actually later in the day, but I wanted to go ahead and show it to you while I was showing you the full recipe. But I did film this recipe for shorts and for Instagram Reels too, so I'll be sharing that soon, so that way it'll make it a little bit easier for you to save the whole recipe. And I even create shopping lists, so if you ever check out my YouTube Shorts recipes or my Instagram Reel recipes, I include a full recipe in the caption of the video, and then there's also a link that will take you to my Like to Know It page where all of the ingredients for the recipe are right there, so you just click on them and you can add them to your cart. I do link them from Walmart, so if you're not a Walmart shopper, then it may not work for you. But if you shop through Walmart, I link everything, so you don't even have to think about it. You just go and you add all the items to your cart and you have all the stuff that you need for that recipe. Okay, I tidied up the living room, and now I headed out to the garage so that I can add some drinks to our refrigerator. Prime actually sent us their new flavor of Prime to try out. My kids absolutely love this brand, so I am stocking those in the fridge. We also have a shelf out here in our garage where we keep all of our extra drinks, so since my fridge was low on Diet Dr. Peppers, this is my drink of choice. I'm going to put some Diet Dr. Peppers in there. Also, some Capri Suns and some waters. There is nothing better than a fully stocked fridge and pantry. All right, the last thing on my to-do list today was to set up my Roborock. So really, I'm just trying to get it unboxed and get it charging so that way I can set it all up the next day. This is a new robot vacuum that Roborock came out with, and they sent me to try it out. So I'm just gonna unbox it and get it started charging so that way I can start using it, and I'll let you guys know what I think. But I am going to create a reel to show how this vacuum works. It is so cool. I've been watching all these videos on this vacuum, and it just seems like the best robot vacuum that I've ever come across. So I'm going to try it out, film a reel, and I will share all of the features with y'all. Okay, so this was the last thing on my to-do list for today. So now that I've got my vacuum hooked up and charging, I'm going to head out to pick up the kids from school. Then we'll get homework done, get Gracie June fed, and off to cheer. Then it's to the basketball game and back home for dinner. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video and getting to hang out with me as I tackled my to-do list. Hopefully it was motivating, and hopefully you guys got some stuff done too. I hope y'all have an amazing week, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye! Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a full-on get stuff done kind of day. We've got cleaning, errands, some cooking, and at the end of the video, I'll share a little Target and Shein haul with you guys because I just couldn't resist. So if you're needing some motivation to tackle your to-do list or just want to hang out while I tackle mine, let's get into it. Okay, first things first, we are making the bed because honestly, I feel like the whole day just goes better when this is done. I did not take the kids to school this morning because we do a little carpool and it was not my day to take, so I am still in my pajamas. I've already done my quiet time and planning for the morning, and now it is time to get started on this to-do list, and before we can do anything on that to-do list, the bed has to be made. Now that the bed is made, I'm going to head into the bathroom and get ready for the day. I did some skincare, put on just a little bit of makeup because I am going out in public. I'll be going to do a little workout and run some errands in a little bit. So this is the outfit for the day. And then I'm headed into the kitchen. I'm going to tidy up in here. First, just clearing off the counters, and I need to start the dishwasher. I have a few dishes to wash by hand, and then I am going to give the counters just a little wipe down. Now, while I'm cleaning here in the kitchen, I wanted to give you guys a little giveaway update. So in my last video, I asked y'all if y'all wanted a PayPal cash giveaway or a favorites basket, and the majority of people voted for a favorites basket. So I've already ordered everything for the basket. I'm just waiting for all the stuff to come in so that way I can film it and share what all is inside. So as soon as I have everything, I will film it and get it out to you guys as soon as possible. So it'll either be in next week's video or the one after that. So stay tuned for a giveaway.
Come home to me once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I all the places. I hope it means that you'll come home to me once you travel the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something.
Okay, now I need to clean out my air fryer. Y'all are gonna think this is so gross when I show you what the inside of these look like, but they're really dirty. But I actually have had this air fryer for a little over a year, and I have loved it. It's been so great. I'm telling you, I use my air fryer almost every single day. And actually, a few days after I filmed this video, my air fryer stopped working. So this is the last time you'll probably see this air fryer in one of my videos, and it has been great. I'm not really sure what happened. A lot of you told me that you have this air fryer and love it too. But I decided that I was gonna, since this one is no longer working and I need an air fryer because seriously, I use it so much, I decided to go with the Beautiful by Drew Barrymore air fryer. Is the 6-quart one. It actually matches the crock pot that I have. And the reason I decided to go with that air fryer is because it has the one big section. So it's a 6-quart, but it's one section. So the Ninja, you have 2 separate sections, which is neat because you can cook multiple things on different, heat settings and times and all of that. But I rarely ever cook more than one thing at a time in these. I'll usually cook the exact same thing on both sides, so it's kind of annoying to have to set both of them. And also the sections are kind of small, so even if I was cooking 2 separate things, it's not like I could cook a whole thing of fries for my entire family in just one side of the air fryer. So I'm excited about the one big section. Also, it's really pretty. I got the white with the gold handle that matches my crock pot, and it'll look really pretty just sitting out on the counter. And the best part is it was on sale for $59. So it was a no-brainer. I had been eyeing it before I even got this one, and so many of you guys told me that that's the one that you have. So I literally ordered it the same day that this one went out. So next time you see a video, you might see my new air fryer in it.
I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your destination. You're gone now, but you're coming back. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact.
All right, now that all the dishes are done, we need to clean out the sink. So I am just using my Dawn Power Wash, my Scrub Mommy, and I'm gonna scrub this sink out.
Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your destination.
All right, now I'm gonna put the air fryer away, let the other pieces just dry here on the countertop, and I'm gonna wipe down the counters and I'll be done here in the kitchen. So I have been thinking it's been a really, really long time since I've done a Q&A here on my channel. And I actually started my channel, goodness, like 8 years ago now. It's crazy. I cannot believe I've been sharing YouTube videos for that long. But it has been a really long time since I've done a Q&A, and so I'm sure that I have lots of new followers, probably some people that don't watch anymore. So I was thinking if you guys have any questions for me, then in my next video, I will actually share, it'll still be like a cleaning, get it all done type video, something motivational. But I figured in the voiceover, I could answer some of your questions. So if y'all have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments and I'm going to come reference the comments section whenever I'm doing my voiceover for my next video, and I will answer as many questions as I can throughout that video. And if you'd like to see any of my old Q&As, you could probably just search my channel or search Amy Darley Q&A and my old videos will pop up. But those are mostly like sit down videos, but I decided I think I want to just do it in a voiceover so that way you can still get some motivation and maybe get some questions answered at the same time. Now onto the living room. First, I'm taking the folded laundry upstairs for the kids to put away after school because I refuse to be the only person in this house doing laundry. Then I'll just do a quick tidy around the living room, fluffing pillows, folding the throw blankets, and then the space will be put together at least until the kids come home. Alright, now I am grabbing my sunglasses and water and heading out the door. The first place I'm headed is to my very first Burn Boot Camp class. I completely forgot to film going in, but I was a little bit nervous too. But it was a lot of fun and definitely a good workout. I may or may not be sore for the next 3 days. After my workout, I went right next door to get my nails done. I just went with a different shade of pink. That's kind of my go-to, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day and spring. I love how fresh they look, but I'm going to be honest, I hate sitting in the nail salon. But I'm horrible about doing my nails myself, so that's what I have to do. And then I stopped at Walgreens for some last minute Valentine's Day gifts for the kids. Everything was 20% off, which was nice. And we honestly don't go all out for Valentine's Day. I usually just grab the kids a little treat and that's about it. This was actually the first year I didn't have to buy school Valentines because both of my kids are in middle school now. Cue the mom tears. And Gracie June was actually spending the night with a friend for Valentine's Day. So me and my husband and my son, Kason, all went to Mexican. So that was about the extent of our romantic Valentine's Day weekend. And of course, I had to stop by the Chick-fil-A food truck that comes to our town every Friday. The only thing is they only sell canned sodas, and I needed me a Diet Dr. Pepper fountain drink. So quick detour to the Parker's gas station to get my perfect soda to ice ratio. And then I ate my lunch on the way home because nothing hits quite like Chick-fil-A in a car. When I got home, I jumped in the shower real quick to rinse off after the workout, but I didn't wash my hair because, let's be real, that's a whole process, and I just didn't have enough time to do all that today. Next up, I am making some Monster Energy Bites. These are so easy and so good. You just basically throw your rolled oats, peanut butter, mini M&Ms, mini chocolate chips, and honey into a bowl, and then stir it all together, roll them into little balls, and then pop them in the fridge. These are such a great snack. My whole family loves them. I love that they have a little extra protein, and they really fill you up too. Plus, it makes me feel like I'm making something healthy, even though I'm definitely snacking on M&Ms as I go. Also, I will say, I feel like stirring all of this together is like another arm workout in itself. It takes forever to get it all mixed really well so that you can roll your oats and not have little pieces falling out. So definitely another workout today, and my arms already felt like Jell-O. Now, if you want the recipe for these energy bites, I will leave that down in the description box. And if you need links to anything that I shared in today's video, I'll also have that down in the description box as well as in the comments. So if you need anything, ask me or check out the comments in the description box of this video. Okay, now I'm going to start putting these in little balls, and I'm going to just store them in this little Tupperware container. And I found out this hack for your parchment paper to get it to fit in whatever pan or dish or whatever that you're wanting to use. You just crumple it up and then it lays flat, and it's so much easier than the parchment paper constantly like coming up and not laying flat in your bowl or dish or whatever. Now to make my little balls, I'm just using an ice cream scoop, and I'm kind of packing it into the ice cream scoop so that way everything sticks together really good, and then I'll put it in my hand and roll it out into a ball. And then after I'm done making all of my little energy bite balls, I will just stick these in the fridge so that way they can harden up just a little bit, and you could actually make an even bigger batch, and you could freeze these if you wanted to. But like I said, these are such a great snack and they really fill you up. And now it's time to get started on dinner, so I don't have to worry about this later. But for dinner, we're cooking one of my easiest go-to crock-pot meals. I've actually shown this before, but it's worth sharing again. We're just making barbecue chicken sandwiches. For this recipe, you just throw your chicken breast into the crock-pot. You add your barbecue sauce, some Italian dressing, brown sugar, and Worcestershire sauce, and then you cook it on low for 3 to 4 hours. And then you just shred it up, put it on buns, and serve it with, you could do a side salad. We're eating ours with pasta. I'm just doing like a pasta salad. But I love this recipe because obviously it's super easy to do. It doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients, a whole lot of prep. And also my kids really love it. So we can actually have this for leftovers. My kids will take the leftovers for lunch the next day. We love it. I also love the fact that I can just throw it all in the crock pot and forget about it. And then when we're ready to eat, I just shred it up and put it on some buns and we're ready to go. And my kids can even do this for me. Like, it's so easy. All right, so this is a little bit later. I'm actually about to pull my chicken out and shred it. But this chicken shredder, you guys, is a game changer. Every single time I use it, people ask about it, and honestly, it's just that good. It shreds your chicken in seconds, and then I just rinse it off and toss it in the dishwasher after I'm done. So easy, inexpensive. I got it off of Amazon, so if you need the link, be sure to check out the comments or the description box, and I'll have it there. So here is our dinner. Like I said, we just served it with a little pasta salad on the side. So good. Everybody tore it up, and we did end up having some leftovers for lunch for the kids the next day. Okay, really quick, I have a Target and I have a Shein haul for you. I got Gracie June a ton of bathing suits and cover-ups from Target the other day. She tried on a ton, but they had so many cute ones. We ended up walking away with 4 bathing suits and a cover-up, so I'm going to share that with y'all. And then just some random stuff that I got her from Shein. Super inexpensive, but really cute. And then I also did a Target order for some shoes. They were 20% off their spring, well, 20% off all their shoes, but I got some spring sandals and a pair of tennis shoes. I'm going to share that with y'all too. All right, so I got all of this stuff from Shein, so it was super inexpensive. Let me show you guys what all I got her. All right, so first I got this 4-pack of crop tank tops for her. These are in size 11Y, and these are so cute. She likes to wear these with her high-waisted gym shorts. So she's got pink, blue, orange, and green, and I think that they had other color option combos too. I also got her a new sleep mask. These are like her favorites. She has a bunch from Shein. This one's just a gray one, but she has a bunch just like this. They're just fuzzy, and then they're silky on the other side. So I got her a new one. Also, this 2-pack of socks. It came with a pink pair with a red bow, or actually that's a hot pink bow, and then white with little pink bows too. And then I got her this little keychain to go on her bag that she carries around. It's just a G. We actually got one for her cheer sister, and she loved it so much, so I ordered her one with a G on it. And then these earrings, they're just like the little fake pearl earrings, which I may steal some of these from her. We can share this one. And then the last thing I got was this sweatshirt. It just says Mama's Little Bestie. And then it says the same thing on the back. Get it out. And so it's just a bigger print in the back. She loves sweatshirts, so when I saw this one, I thought it was super cute, so I got it for her. Okay, so here is our swimsuit haul. We also got a cover-up to go with all the bathing suits. First over here, we've got this 3-piece suit. So it came with the long sleeve shirt that you can wear over top, which is very nice for the beach. And then I had this turned over, but that's the back. It's crossed over in the back. And then you've got the same floral design and green bottoms. And then there was a lot of leopard print in Target when we went in there. So this one, I thought this one was super cute. I love the colors of it. And it also has a little cutout right here and a bow. Super cute. It also does have little pads in there, which you can remove too if you don't want those. And then we've got this one, which has the little sleeves on it. I thought this one was so cute, and it was one of our favorites. Actually, I think the 2 leopard print ones are our favorites. And then she got this one. It has little ruffles at the bottom of the top. Super pretty colors. I love the hot pink and floral. And then to go over all the bathing suits, she picked out a little cover-up that's also floral design. Okay, now really quick, let me show you the shoes that I got. So these are the first pair of sandals. They actually had these last year, and I did not get a pair, but I think these are so pretty. They also have another color that's more of like a lighter beige color, and this exact same pair, but these are so cute. I can't wait to wear them. I feel like these are super casual. You could wear them with shorts, dresses, a bunch of different outfits. All right, this is the next pair. How pretty are these? I definitely want to find an Easter dress to wear with these because I just think they're so cute. These are perfect to dress up for date night, wear to church. More of like a dressier outfit. And then I got a pair of tennis shoes. These are so cute. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. I love the color of these. I feel like you could wear this with pretty much any outfit. I don't know. Just a casual pair of shoes that look nice. Alright, so that is going to be it for today's video. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. You guys know I love y'all so much. And like I said, I have all the giveaway items coming. Hopefully I can get them all in and have it filmed for next week's video. I know that there were a few items that were a little bit iffy on whether I was going to get them in time for next week. But if not, it will be in the following video. So thank y'all so much for being here. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Hey friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Amy, and I share all things homemaking, cleaning motivation, easy meals, shopping finds, and just real life as a stay-at-home mom. Today we're kicking things off with a little cleaning. I also got in a Thrive Market haul, which I'll share later. Thanks to Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. We're also heading to Target to check out all the new spring finds, getting a walk outside, and wrapping up the day with an easy crock pot dinner. I hope this video gives you all the motivation and cozy vibes, so let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so I have a lot to get done today, so I am actually starting out in my bedroom. You guys know me if you've been watching for a while, but I always start in my bedroom. I kind of felt like that was getting boring, and so a lot of times I tried to switch up my video routine, but a lot of you told me that you like the fact that I do start in my bedroom every single time and that it motivates you to get your bed made, and some of you have even said you started doing this as well. So here I am, starting in the bedroom, getting ready to tackle my day, and today is actually bedding wash day, so I'm going to actually go ahead and get my comforter thrown into the washing machine. I have 2 sets of sheets, so I'm going to start with my comforter first. That way it can fully dry before we are ready to get in the bed tonight. The comforter that I have is from Pottery Barn, and it's pretty thick, so it does take a while to dry, so I'm going to start with this, and then I did not end up filming making my bed because we literally made our bed right before we got in it this night, but it does take my comforter a few cycles in the dryer to actually fully dry. So right before we got in the bed that night, I went ahead and put our extra set of sheets on the bed and pulled the comforter out of the dryer and threw it on. And then on the days that I wash the bedding, I go ahead and dust here in my bedroom. I'm just using the Febreze dusters. These are the throwaway ones, and these smell so good. So I'm just going to go around the room and dust all of these and also clean off our mirror. Now, in last week's video, I asked you guys if you had any questions for me, and I told you I would do a Q&A throughout this video. So that's what I'm going to do. So a lot of you left questions on my last video, and then I did have a few of you reach out to me on Instagram because you don't comment on YouTube, and so I have a few of those questions to answer too. So I'll be answering your questions throughout this video. So before I start answering your questions, I did want to kind of introduce myself in case any of you are brand new here and you have not had an introduction from me before. My name is Amy, and I live right outside of Savannah, Georgia. Someone did ask how old I am. I am actually about to be 39 this week, March 5th. My husband just turned 40 back in November. He is in medical sales. We have 2 kids. My son Kason is 13. He'll be 14 in June. And then my daughter Gracie June, she is 11 and she will be 12 in July. So both of my kids have summer birthdays and are the babies in their grade. Before I started my YouTube channel, I was actually a teacher for 9.5 years. I taught grades 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. I loved it, but I ended up becoming a stay-at-home mom once we were financially able to do so. I have talked about the journey of us becoming debt-free and how all of that worked out in previous Q&As. So I'll link those down in the description box in case you want to hear how I became a stay-at-home mom, what all of that entailed, and exactly why I decided to go that route instead of continuing my teaching career. Okay, I'm about to be done cleaning here in my bedroom, so I'm going to head into the kitchen and living area. It was a disaster today, so I'm going to get all of this stuff picked up and thrown upstairs for the kids to put away if it's their stuff, and then obviously I'm going to put all the other things away where they belong. Now, one question that I got in my last video is what are the paint colors in my house, and this is one that I get all the time. So we actually have 3 different paint colors in our house. The gray, which is in the majority of our house, is the Sherwin-Williams Repost Gray. And then the color that's in my bedroom, it's more of like a blue-green color. It is Sherwin-Williams Oyster Bay. And then in our dining room, it's like a white color, but it is called Sherwin-Williams Alabaster. We did have our playroom repainted a few years ago. but I don't remember the name of it. It's a very, very white, which we love it up there. And it definitely brightened up that room a ton. There was only one window up there, so it was pretty dark. We used to have it the repost gray, but we repainted it white. I just cannot remember what the name of that paint color was. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to answer more questions throughout the video, but I just got in a Thrive box. Today I actually ended up getting a lot of reordered stuff. There are a few new things that I'm going to try out, but most of this stuff is stuff that we order all the time from Thrive Market. We reorder it consistently, so I didn't have to get a ton of stuff today. Also, I have found that a lot of the things that I purchase on Thrive Market are consistently out of stock in my local grocery stores, so I love that I can get on Thrive and just have these delivered. All right, so here is everything that I got in my order. All right, so starting over here, we've actually got a couple things of applesauces. This one came free in my pack. My kids love this one though. So this was actually free for spending a certain amount of money. I got this one. And then the Thrive Market organic applesauce. My kids love this one. This is just the original flavor, but they have a couple other flavors too. Then we've got taco seasoning. I got a bunch of these. We love these taco seasonings. And then you guys know I love my chomp sticks. We try to get in as much protein as we can. So these are a great snack option to have on the go. I keep the smaller sticks in my car. I also get the bigger sticks, which I love. Those have 10 grams of protein in them. These have 4 grams, and even just the smaller sticks. My favorite are the jalapeno beef mini sticks, and then my kids' favorite are the original. So I keep these in my car, and then these I throw in the kids' lunch boxes, or I'll even throw in their book bag or their sports bag, so that way they have a healthy snack option when we're on the go. Okay, and speaking of getting in more protein, I actually got a couple new things to try. We haven't tried this yet, but it's the Catalina Crunch Cinnamon Toast Cereal. And this has 11 grams of protein for half a cup. So I figured this would be a great way for my son to try to get a little bit more protein in on the mornings that he wants to have cereal. So we've got that one, which is high in protein. And then I also got this 7 Sundays oat protein cereal to try as well. This is the Simple Honey. And this one only has 5 grams of protein for 1 cup, but it's still a better option than the cereal that he typically eats. And then I always get the Late July chips from Thrive Market. These are so good. And then also the Thrive Market salsa. It's so good. We devour this. We order this every single time I order from Thrive Market. I make sure to get these. And the last thing I got are these crunchy corn packs. And this is the sea salt flavor. And this is just another healthy on-the-go snack or lunchbox filler. All right, so that is everything that I got in this order. So I'm going to put this stuff away, and then I still have to actually clean the kitchen. We have some dirty dishes in the sink that need to go in the dishwasher. I'm going to go ahead and get that started. And while I'm doing this, I figured I would answer another question, which was actually about the dishwasher. Someone asked why I throw my dishwasher pods straight into the dishwasher instead of putting it in the little compartment. And I actually started doing this because I was noticing that our dishwasher pods were not completely dissolving. So I saw this trick on TikTok and decided to try it, and ever since I haven't had any issues. Now, there have been some debates over this though, so I would kind of research and do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Some people have said that if you don't put the pod in the dispenser, then it's not releasing your pod out at the right time. A lot of dishwashers do like a pre-rinse cycle, and then it'll do the wash cycle. And so if you put the dishwasher pod in the bottom of your dishwasher, it could dissolve too quickly. So just do your research and decide what works best for you. This is just what has worked for us. Okay, so I got a lot of questions that revolved around YouTube, and I feel like I've talked about some of these before. So I am going to answer a good bit of questions about YouTube, but I feel like I could do so many videos that just talk about YouTube, tips, tricks, all the things. But then I also feel like I don't want to bore you guys. So y'all just let me know if you're interested in that. and I can definitely talk more about it in some upcoming videos too, even if it's just voiceover style, giving you guys tips on how to start your own channel. But let me answer a few of the questions I had really quick. So the first question, which I always get when I ask for Q&A questions, is why did I start a YouTube channel in the first place? And honestly, I was newly a stay-at-home mom. We had just moved into our new house, and I was already like decorating and trying to get the house together. And like I said, I used to be a teacher. I was now a stay-at-home mom, and my kids were in school. So my daughter was in pre-K and my son was in first grade when I started my YouTube channel. I also had an Etsy shop at the time, so I thought, hey, I'll start a YouTube channel and I'll just share like the DIYs that I'm doing around the house, because I was getting lots of questions anytime I shared a DIY on like my Facebook page. I would get questions on how I made it. So I was like, you know what, I'll do a YouTube channel and I'll just make videos on DIYs and, you know, decorating the house, or maybe even how to start an Etsy shop. It was just something that was a little bit extra for me to do, and it was a lot of fun. I feel like it was also kind of teaching in a way. So I was being a teacher on YouTube, teaching people how to do DIYs and just kind of sharing things that work for me as a stay-at-home mom. And once I started sharing cleaning motivation is when my channel pretty much just took off. And so ever since then, I've been doing cleaning motivation along with all the other things that come along with being a stay-at-home mom, and just sharing things that work for us as a family. I know whatever I share is not always going to work for everyone, but I love sharing, you know, things that have helped me as a stay-at-home mom, whether it's cleaning, cooking, decorating, routines, my workout routines, all that kind of stuff, just sharing things that are going on in my life. And I also got the question, what do my kids think about me being on YouTube and social media? And like I said, they are 13 and 11, so they're in middle school. All of their friends know that I am on YouTube and Instagram. So I am very careful about the things I share about my kids online, and honestly, I don't share them near as much as when they were younger. When they were younger, they used to jump in the videos and want to be filmed all the time. Gracie June loves to be in my videos. She's not in them very often because I'm usually filming when they're not here. But Kaysen does not like to be filmed. Now, if you ever see him in a video, it's because he jumped in. Like when we were putting together our home garage, I was already filming it, but he wanted to help, so he just jumped in and was part of it. But overall, they do both love that I do YouTube and Instagram. They're not embarrassed by it or anything like that. All right, I am in the car. I'm actually about to head out to Target really quick. I want to see what all they have out for spring this year. My Target's not usually the best Target, but I'm going to still take you guys along with me, see if they have any cute stuff out for spring, and I'll share it with y'all while we're shopping. I like to shop online through Target just because ours is not usually the best, but I also love to take you guys shopping with me, and I love to browse a little bit and see what things look like in person, especially like florals that I'm going to put out. I like to see what those look like in person because a lot of times I can never like picture it in my head how big it's going to be, whether it would look good on, you know, our table or in the bathroom or wherever. So I love seeing that kind of stuff in person, and then a lot of times I will see it in person and then not get it and then go back and order it online. So anyways, I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to see what they have out. I did order some stuff for the front porch off of Amazon. I did find some faux florals, so stay tuned for that. I think that stuff is going to be here tomorrow, so hopefully I can get that filmed and decorate the front porch. It is so nice outside right now. Like, it feels like spring weather, so I've definitely got the itch to start decorating for spring. So anyways, let's head to Target. Okay, so on my way to Target, I did stop by Chick-fil-A. If I'm out and about shopping, you guys know I'm going to get Chick-fil-A. We don't have a Chick-fil-A in our little town, and so it takes me about 35 minutes to get to the closest one. So I did stop by Chick-fil-A, then headed into Target. Look at all the bathing suits they have out. I'm not quite ready to go through that section for myself yet, but hopefully soon. So we're going to go to home decor first and look at all the spring home decor. I was actually pretty shocked that my Target had this much stuff in it because usually it's very picked over. I love these little picnic baskets. They are so cute, and they had two sizes, which don't we all love the idea of a picnic? But then like once we get out there, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of picnics. I like to do them every once in a while, but not enough to probably buy myself a picnic basket. I used to have a picnic basket. I don't know where it's at now. Maybe it's in the attic. But look at all these pillows. I honestly almost threw a couple pillows in my cart, but decided against it because I have plenty of throw pillows. Now, I did end up picking up a few things while I was here for spring decor, which I'll show you guys in just a little bit. I haven't pulled out any of my spring stuff yet from the attic, so I need to go through that before I purchase a whole bunch of stuff. So I only got a few things that I knew I wanted, but Target had so many beautiful florals and greenery to choose from. I feel like every year they put out the best ones for spring. They had lots of light pinks and green for spring this year. I loved all of these tall trees that they had. And then these little potted ones. I love the fact that Target gives you the option of buying floral decors that are already potted and ready to put on display in your house. But they also have stems and vases so you could put your own arrangements together too. They also had a bunch of really pretty wreaths with florals and without. And then I really loved the Hearth and Hand spring collection this year. I thought everything was so pretty. Once again, they did a lot of like pinks and greens. These flowers right here, the ones in the vase, I'm obsessed with those. I'm probably going to go back and get those because I did not pick those up, but every time I see them, and when I was watching this video back, I was like, man, I really need those. So may have to run back and get some of those or just order online. I was also very tempted to pick up a throw blanket, but I have a bazillion throw blankets, and so I did not get one of those. I may have to get rid of a couple and maybe go back and get some, but I also loved the serving ware and everything that they had for spring in the Hearth and Hand section too. How pretty is that vase right there? I wanted it, but I don't need a vase. I'm not going to get it. But if you're throwing a party or hosting, they definitely had some really cute stuff. Now, Target also had a ton of Easter stuff out. I thought these pillows were so cute. And then these are some hand towels that would be really cute in the bathroom. Also bath mats if you like to decorate your bathroom for spring. And then I always love switching up my front doormats, so I headed to that section, but honestly Target didn't really have a ton for spring. They have some that you could use like year round, but these were the ones that I did see for spring that were really cute. And then they have the whole garden section set up, more Easter stuff, all the Easter candies and snacks and everything were out, so if you're looking for any of that already, they had all of that. And then how about these cute cups? If you're putting together some Easter baskets for littles, I thought these were so cute. And then they even had like the plate symbols and stuff that you could do a little Easter breakfast with the kids. They really didn't have a ton of threshold stuff out, which they usually have like all the spring plates and all of that. So maybe they're just not out yet. But look at these cute mugs. I thought they were so pretty. Oh, okay. I did have to show you all the spring shoes. I went over to the shoe section. These are all so cute. I actually just shared some new spring shoes. I got these last week, and I also got a couple other pairs, which I shared in my last video, but they had so many options. All of their spring shoes are so pretty, whether you're in the adult section or in the kids section. I feel like I need to go back and get those. But seriously, they did such a good job with their spring shoe collection this year. Some things they already had last year, but some of these items are new. And then I did want to show y'all the little girls' shoes. I thought these were so precious. Also handbags. They had a few handbags that are very spring, summer, so I wanted to share some of those with y'all too. And then the last thing I'm going to show is all the Mrs. Meyer's spring hand soaps. Multi-purpose spray and dish soaps were out, so I did pick up a few of these. I always love to stock up on the scents for hand soaps, especially for the guest bathroom. Okay, I just got back from Target. Let me show you what I picked up really quick. So first, I did get these Pink Moms, and oh wait, here, I got the white ones too. So I got 2 white and 4 of the pink ones. I just love this color pink. It's probably one of my favorite colors of pink, and these stems were $4.99 each. I'm thinking I'm gonna put these in my little planter or my pot that's sitting on our dining room table. I thought these would be really pretty there. And then I got this wreath for the front door. I love the pink ribbon. They also have one which I saw online that had the white ribbon, but this was the one that was in store, and it has the pink flowers on it, which I think are super pretty. I think this will look good at the front door with all the Amazon stuff that I got for the front porch. And then I also got this little vase. I thought I could either put this in the kitchen because I don't like a whole lot of stuff on the counters, but I thought this would be pretty in the kitchen in like my coffee station area, or maybe even by the stove. This would also be really cute in the bathroom too. So not sure where I want to use it yet, but I might end up having to go back and get one more of these. But I haven't gone through all of my spring stuff that I have in the attic right now, so I want to pull that out before I buy any more items, but I definitely wanted one of these. And then also to go in our bathroom, I ended up getting these little towels with the bunnies on them and then the little pink pom-poms on the bottom. I thought these would be really cute in the guest bathroom when people come over to wash their hands. Well, when people come over and use the restroom and wash their hands. And then I always have to have my Mrs. Meyer's hand soap, so I went with the rose scent, the mint scent, and the daisy scent. So that is everything that I picked up at Target today. I hope you guys had fun shopping with me. All right, now I'm gonna go change really quick because I'm gonna head out for a walk before the kids get home. Okay, I'm headed out for my walk, and I actually ended up having to cut my walk short because I had to go pick up the kids from school. So I was planning on an hour, but I only ended up getting in 30 minutes on this day. So as soon as I got done walking, I went ahead and threw in all the ingredients for our loaded potato soup into the crock pot, but I was in such a hurry that I did not have time to film it, but luckily I filmed it for another video a while back, so I'm still able to share it with y'all. It's an easy recipe. I literally just threw everything into the crock pot and turned the crock pot on while I went to pick up the kids. If you want the full recipe, I do have it down in the description box. Okay, I'm running out of time for Q&A, so I am going to answer one more question. Someone asked about my current workout routine, what it looks like right now. So I'm actually starting a little challenge that I came up with on my own. This first week, I'm actually focusing on hitting 10,000 steps a day and getting my protein up. But next week, I'm going all in on my workouts. I'm calling my challenge the 60 Strong Challenge. It's kind of like a softer, more realistic version of 75 Hard. So every day for 60 days, I'll be doing one 45-minute workout, drinking 100 ounces of water, hitting my protein goal, and doing my daily Bible study. I wanted to create my own little challenge for me based off of my goals, and I wanted something that was going to push me but also fit into real life. I even created a simple progress tracking sheet so that way I can track my progress throughout the challenge. So if this challenge sounds like something you'd be interested in, let me know. I was thinking if enough of you are interested, I could start sharing some workout shorts and reels with more info on the 60 Strong Challenge that I created, and maybe even some of my daily workouts. It would be so fun to do together, and I could also share my little printable progress tracker that I created. So y'all let me know down in the comments if this is something you want to do with me. All right, y'all, so that's going to be it for today's video. I know there were a lot of questions that I did not get to, but I'm going to try to answer those questions over the next few videos, so stay tuned. I promise I will try to answer as many of those questions in my upcoming videos as possible. I hope y'all got tons of motivation from today's video. Don't forget that my link for Thrive Market is down in the description box, and it gets you 30% off your first order. Hey friends, and welcome to a new video here on my channel. I have lots and lots to do today, but also lots and lots to talk about. So if you need some cleaning motivation, come hang out with me. And like I said, I'm also going to be answering some questions that I've gotten over the years and I've gotten frequently, but I'm also going to be talking about some things that I don't think I've ever even talked about on my channel before. So if you're interested, definitely come hang out with me. Let's get some things done together. Hey y'all, and welcome to a new video here on my channel. I am taking you guys along with me. It's actually over a couple of days. I had a lot of stuff to get done, had a very long to-do list, and I didn't quite get to everything on the first day, so it ended up being 2 days of filming. But I have a lot of stuff to share with you guys in today's video, and I'm also doing a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. So we are starting off day one, tidying up around the house. I'm going to start here in the bedroom, make the bed, and then get some laundry going, clean in the kitchen and in the living room. So I'm basically just getting the whole downstairs tidied up. Another thing on my to-do list today is to get a strength workout in. So a little bit later in the video, I will actually be telling y'all all about the 60 strong challenge that I have been doing. If you've seen my YouTube shorts that I've been posting every day, I've been just posting updates on how it's going, what I've been doing every day, but I will definitely talk a little bit more about that later on in the video. Also, I'm going to start decorating for spring on the front porch. I had planned on getting all the decorating done this day, but I ran out of time before I had to go get the kids from school, so I ended up only getting the front porch decorated, and then on the second day of filming, I did film decorating on the inside of the house. And like I said earlier, I am doing a giveaway in this video. I'm going to show you all the stuff that I got for the giveaway. I ended up doing a favorites giveaway. So it's a bunch of my favorite things, and I'm going to share them all with you and tell you how you can enter. So definitely stick around for that because it's very, very easy to enter this giveaway. All right, so as I'm getting things done around the house, I'm going to continue to answer some Q&A questions. Last week I answered a bunch of Q&A questions, but I had a ton of questions left over, so I told you guys I would be answering more in today's video. So first of all, if you're new here, I'm Amy Darley. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 2 middle school aged kids. They're both very involved with sports, so they definitely keep us busy running around and going to all the different practices and sporting events and things. But honestly, we love it. I have an amazing husband. His name is Chance, and he is in medical sales. We are actually college sweethearts. He played football, and I cheered at Valdosta State University. And we got married straight out of college, moved back to Savannah, which is where he's from. I'm from Middle Georgia, but he's from Savannah, so we moved back here. He started his job in medical sales, and I was actually a teacher for 9.5 years before I became a stay-at-home mom. Now, a lot of people have asked me about my YouTube journey, how I got started, any tips and tricks, and I told you guys last week that I have actually talked about this a good bit, but I figured I would talk a little bit more about it today because it has been a long time since I've really talked about my YouTube journey and kind of how things evolved and where I am now. So first of all, before I became a stay-at-home mom, several years before I finally was able to stay at home, we actually did the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University course, and we ended up paying off over $100,000 in debt. And then my husband switched companies, so he was in medical sales, but he switched to a different company, and the new company offered health insurance. So that was when we finally, once we had all of our debts paid off and he was working with a new company, that was when we finally were like, oh, maybe we could actually make this work and I could stay at home with my kids. So we decided that we were going to sell our house that we were currently living in, and we were going to rent for a lot cheaper than what we were paying for our mortgage, which I think it's kind of hard to do that now. But at that point, we were able to save a lot of money and also use the equity from our house to buy a lot and build a new house. Now, that year that we were building and we were renting in our house, I'm telling you, we saved every single penny that we could. We hardly ever ate out. I was teaching, but I also had an Etsy shop on the side where I was making vinyl t-shirts with my Cricut and my heat press, and I was selling those on Etsy. So I would save every single bit of that money that I made. And by the end of it, we were able to move into our house and I was able to stay at home. And honestly, I was still running my Etsy shop once I decided to stay at home. And I was just thinking, if I can make enough money every single month to help pay for groceries and like kids' sports and things like that, then I think we were doing pretty good. Then shortly after we moved in our house, I was, decorating the house. I was doing some DIYs for our house. and I would get questions, like I would post it on Facebook or something, and then I would get questions about how I made a certain sign or how did you paint that furniture. So I decided, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll just make a YouTube channel and put some videos on there, and that way whenever somebody asks me, I can just send them those videos. And then once I started doing that, I started watching a lot more YouTube as well, and I would see people share like decorating videos, and I was like, oh, well, I'm in my new house. I want to decorate for spring, so I'll share like a spring haul and decorate with me. So I just kind of started posting videos. I came across cleaning motivation videos, and I was like, oh, I'm doing this anyways. Let's film it and put it on there and see what happens. And once I started posting those cleaning videos is when my channel really took off. And I was honestly shocked because I was like, oh, this is so crazy, because when I came across cleaning videos, I was like, oh, people are cleaning their house and filming it. And I realized like when I was watching them, it made me want to get up and clean too. So I just thought it was so crazy that anybody would ever want to watch me clean my house, because y'all, I am nothing special. I was literally just sharing cleaning and sharing my favorite products, things that I had learned how to clean things over the years. I wasn't perfect at everything. My camera was not that great. I actually started with filming on my iPhone, and back then, iPhones were not nearly as good as they are now. So the quality of my videos when I first started were horrible. They just were not good. I had no clue what I was doing. I was just trying to figure it out as I went. I started using iMovie to edit my videos because I did have a MacBook and it had iMovie on it, which is a free editing program. I remember watching probably hours and hours of YouTube videos on how to edit, how to film, how to get more views on my videos, camera equipment, all the things. Like, YouTube literally taught me everything I knew about starting a YouTube channel and what to do. Like I said, after I posted that first cleaning video is when my channel really started to take off. But back then, this was in 2018. So I think I said last week that I had been doing YouTube for 8 years, but it'll be 8 years really in November, I think, is when I posted the first like DIYs and like house tour right when we moved in. But I posted that first cleaning video in January of 2018, and within a month, I had met all the qualifications to be able to monetize. But for some reason back then, it took YouTube forever to go through and check your channel and do all the steps to get you monetized. So it ended up being another like 5 or 6 months before I ever was monetized on my channel. So I was making like 2 to 3 videos a week, every single week for that entire time, and I didn't make a penny off of those videos. So I think it was either June or July of 2018 when I finally got monetized, and I remember that first month, I think I made like $100, and I was so pumped because, like I said, I've been making all these videos and spending tons and tons of time doing this for nothing. I wasn't making anything. And also that entire time I was using my iPhone and my storage was not that great. So I just remember so many technical difficulties. It was just a mess. But once I got monetized, I started saving up whatever money I made. And as soon as I made enough money to buy a camera through my YouTube videos, I went ahead and bought that first camera. So if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel, I'm telling y'all, just go for it, because if I could be successful on YouTube, I really feel like anybody can. The phones now are so much better than they were 7 years ago when I got started. So just whip out your phone and get started, or if you already have a camera, just start making some videos. I definitely say make videos that you're passionate about though, because that's what's going to keep you motivated even when you're not getting paid yet. Okay, really quick, while I'm doing my workout, I was going to tell you guys about the 60 strong challenge that I'm doing. So basically, I created this challenge for myself because I was thinking about doing 75 hard, but I was honestly so overwhelmed just thinking about it and getting started, and I was already thinking I was going to quit before I ever started it because it just seems like a lot. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to create goals that I can stick with for 60 days. And hopefully after these 60 days, I will have built some habits that will last. So for the next 60 days, my goals are to hit my protein goal every day, which is around 130 grams of protein a day. and then drinking 60 ounces of water a day, doing my daily Bible studies, and then my workouts for the week, which I plan to do 5 strength training days and 2 days of low intensity steady state. So like walking or intervals or something like that. So I have already completed 7 days, and I have been posting each day over on YouTube Shorts, over on Instagram. I've been creating these little recaps every single day. They're just short little videos that I've been sharing to keep you guys updated on my progress. And I'm telling y'all, these videos that I'm making have definitely motivated me to keep going. So it's been a lot of fun so far. I am so proud of myself. The first week I got all 5 of my strength training workouts in, and then on Saturday and Sunday I just did walks each day. So the strength training program that I'm using is called Shred with M, and it's a progressive overload workout program. You can use it at home or in the gym. And I actually bought this program back in 2022 and did it, and then I haven't done it since. So I decided I was just going to go back to that. I love that it's a progressive overload program. So it's basically the same workouts every single week. I know a lot of people get bored with that, but from all the research and everything that I've done, if I want to see the changes that I want to see, then this is going to be the best option for me. And then the Bible study that I am doing is the Bible recap. It's through the YouVersion Bible app, and it takes you through the whole Bible in 1 year. So you have a certain amount of reading that you do every single day, and then it has a video that goes with it that will break down whatever you were reading that day. So if you guys are wanting to do the 60 Strong Challenge, I did make a tracker sheet that is downloadable. You can print it off and track your progress throughout the 60 days. And I'll include a link to that printable down in my description box, but feel free to put whatever goals you want for the next 60 days, whatever it is that you're wanting to focus on. Y'all definitely let me know if you decide to do this challenge, and if you're over on Instagram or TikTok or wherever, definitely tag me in your videos or your stories whenever you're sharing about it, because I would love to help cheer you on and also see your progress too. All right, so I'm actually cleaning off the front porch so that way I can start decorating for spring. I got this pretty doormat off of Amazon. I just love the florals on this one. Then, of course, I got some new faux florals off of Amazon to share with y'all. These are so pretty and they look so real. So the ones that I bought came in a 2-pack of bundles, and I think each bundle has 8 stems in it. So plenty for each of my pots, and you can see my pots are pretty big. Then I just got these round foam blocks things. I don't even know what you call them, but they're for florals. You just stick your floral stems in each one, and then I'll put these in my pot. And these florals did come in several different colors, so if you're not crazy about hot pink, they had lots of other color options on there too. But I'll make sure to link all of the stuff that I found for my spring decor this year. I got some stuff from Amazon, and then a few weeks ago I shared with you guys all the stuff I got from Target. So I'll be sure to link all that stuff for you. So I am keeping my decorations pretty simple. I just love little pops of spring, but I'm not going crazy. So I got the doormat, these florals, and then I also got a new wreath from Target that I'll be putting on the door. And then you can actually fill your pots with whatever you want to make it stand up as tall as you want. I'm actually using this old floral piece that I have from QVC, and I just stuck it down in there, and then I'm just gonna stick my florals right on top. And don't they look so real? I cannot get over how real these look. And I definitely do not have a green thumb, so I love this because they're gonna live in quotation marks all summer long, or as long as I want them out here. They're gonna be good, and I can actually reuse them again next year. Now, I just started getting faux florals over the last few years, and I have been loving it because before that, we would go buy our florals from the same place every single year, and although they are beautiful, they are just so much work to keep alive. And a lot of times in the spring, I would put out ferns. They're so beautiful, and I love them. And I actually do have some faux ferns that I put in these pots last year, which I might get some new hanging ones. I don't know. But same thing with the mums. We would go get those, and they're so gorgeous, but we would spend so much money on them, and then they only lasted a few months. So I love this option because they're super inexpensive. I actually spent a lot less money than I would on real flowers, and then I can use them for several years. Now, our weather is kind of crazy back and forth right now, so I do have some other things that I want to do outside for spring. I definitely need to wash some of our furniture, pressure wash some of the furniture, clean some of the cushions and things like that. But we've already started getting pollen. So I know that as soon as I clean it, the pollen's going to get horrible and I'm going to have to do it again. So I decided I'm going to wait until after pollen season is done, and then I'm going to really clean off all that furniture and all the cushions and stuff. Okay, the next thing on my to-do list for today was to get a crock pot meal going. So I am doing super easy tonight, and we're just throwing some turkey meatballs into the crock pot. And then I realized I wanted to do teriyaki meatballs, but I did not have any teriyaki sauce, so I made my own. I just Googled how to make teriyaki sauce and made some on the stove really quick, but apparently I didn't make enough. So then I remembered I also had this other, like, it's like I don't even know what kind of sauce this is, but just pretend it's teriyaki sauce, okay? And I threw that on top of the meatballs, filled up the bottle with water, and dumped that in. And then I'm just going to cook the meatballs on low for 6 to 8 hours, and then we're going to serve it over rice for dinner. And then we did end up having a ton of meatballs left over, so we were able to use those for lunches for the rest of the week. Okay, now I'm going to start decorating inside, and I told you guys I was going to go upstairs and pull down my spring tub, and when I went to the attic, I guess I forgot. I got rid of most of my spring decor last year, even my pillows. So I really didn't have a whole lot of stuff, but it's okay. I feel like my house looks kind of springy already with the things that I have out. So I'm just going to use the things that I got this year from Target, and then I also had a few other little florals that I already bought from Target last year that were in my built-ins. That's kind of where I put my florals, or like year-round decor. I will put them in my built-in, so that way if I want to switch anything out, I can. But I am obsessed with these beautiful florals that I got from Target this year. These are just Hearth and Hand, I think. And so I'm going to put these right here in this little pot. Okay, so I am going to go back to talking about negative comments and how to deal with that kind of stuff, because like I said, that first year was rough. Like, everything bothered me, every little negative comment. It didn't even have to be like super mean. It could just be like a negative comment about the way I made my bed or something like that. I would just be like, oh, am I doing it wrong? Do people just really hate watching my channel or just dislike me? What am I doing wrong? I would really question myself. But I feel like after that first year, I kind of got to where they didn't bother me as much. I would tell myself, like, oh, this person would never say this to my face. Like, they would never come up to me and say, hey, you're an idiot because you do this in your videos, or you're a bad mom because you do this. Like, people are not going to come up to my face and tell me that. And if they do, then they're probably crazy. I probably would just be like, what? But also remember, those first few years, some other YouTubers made me aware of some gossip websites, and all of the girls that I was friends with from YouTube, we all had these pages that people would start about us, and they would talk about us. They would talk about all the things that we said in our channels, all the things that we did wrong, talk about us as moms or wives, talk about our husbands, and just literally, it was a bashing website. I'm sure it's still out there, but I remember going on that website and just being like, oh my gosh, like, I cannot believe the things that they would say about people, or the things that they would put out that weren't even true about people. Like, they could just say whatever they wanted and start making things up about, and luckily, I feel like mine wasn't that big, but other people that I was actually friends with, I just remember them making up all this stuff about them, and it was just horrible and hurtful. And I had to just tell myself, like, do not get on that website. Do not look at that stuff. And so that's one of my biggest things, is whenever I saw a mean comment or things like that, mostly I tried to just delete or block and move on. And even now, I post a lot of recipe videos, and those probably get the meanest, worst comments on Instagram or TikTok or even on YouTube. If y'all go look at those comments, like, they are nasty. But I have learned over the years that hurt people try to hurt people, and if they were truly happy, then they probably would never be leaving those comments on other people's posts or videos. So all of that to say, I am so, so grateful for this community because I seriously love you guys. You are always like my hype girls. You're always there for me, cheering me on, and you guys make this worth it, and you seriously make my day. So thank y'all so much for being here. I'm so excited to be moving into spring, having warmer weather. My house is now decorated. It's very simple. It's not like a ton of spring stuff everywhere, but I'm loving it, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Amy, and I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 middle school aged kiddos. Today I am just taking you along for a few days of cleaning and just getting stuff done before we head on our little mini vacation for spring break. So y'all come hang out with me. Hopefully this video will give you some motivation and we can tackle our to-do list together. So it was a beautiful day. I actually filmed this video over 2 days, so we're starting on a Thursday, and the sun was shining. I think the high today was like 78. It was beautiful. So I'm gonna start the day with a little bit of coffee. I have not been drinking coffee much lately, but today felt like a good day for coffee for some reason. And then I'm actually gonna go ahead and throw some sourdough bread into the oven. But while my sourdough bread cooks in the oven, I'm gonna do my planning and devotional time for the day. And then I'm gonna use that bread to make some avocado toast for breakfast. All right, so I had some avocado toast for breakfast, and then I ran and got ready for the day, and then we're gonna get some cleaning done. All right, so we are getting ready to go out of town for our spring break, a little mini spring break vacation. And my house just needs to be put back in order. I wanna make sure that the house is clean. I've got a few other errands to run before we head out. I also still have to pack for vacation. So let's get some things done over the next 2 days. You guys know I'm going to start here in my bedroom, opening up the blinds, getting the bed made. This is just the first thing that I like to do to start my cleaning routine off. It honestly just gets me motivated and makes me feel like I am getting the day started off on the right foot. So let's make the bed, and then after I'm done making the bed, I always spray my bed down with the Caldrea linen spray. I have this linked on my Amazon storefront. I'll make sure to link it on my LTK link in the comments as well. I feel like all of their scents are amazing. They last me a really, really long time too. I use this on our bed, and then I also spray this on the living room couches, but you could also just use it as like an air freshener throughout the house. Now, my bedding here in my bedroom I've actually had for probably over a year now, maybe even longer, but I got it on Pottery Barn, and I noticed that it is on sale right now, so I'll be sure to link my bedding as well. But I would love to know down in the comments, do you make your bed every single day, or do you make it every now and then, or would you say you rarely ever make your bed? I'll be honest, before I ever started my YouTube channel, I make my bed every now and then person, but once I started my YouTube channel and started filming cleaning videos, I turned into an every single day I make my bed, and honestly, it's hard for me to go a day without making it now that I've gotten into that routine, and I've been doing it for the last 7, almost 8 years. So if you haven't tried it, try making your bed for a whole week every single morning and just see if it makes your days more productive. I know for me, it definitely makes me more productive and makes me want to get going and get some more things done around the house or just get my checklist checked off. Okay, we have moved into the kitchen and I'm just tidying up. Really, there's not a whole lot of mess. I didn't have a lot to clean up except for a few things from breakfast this morning, but I am going to put everything away, spray down the countertops and the table in here, and I'm also going to load the dirty dishes into the dishwasher. Now, like I said, this video was filmed before our little mini spring break vacation. We went down to St. Simon's Island, which is only about an hour from our house, so it's not too far. It was perfect because both Kason had baseball and Gracie June had cheer practice on that Tuesday, so we left Saturday morning and came back Tuesday morning. So it was a short little getaway. If you've been watching my YouTube shorts, I've been sharing my 60-day strong challenge. So you probably saw a little bit of our vacation if you watched those videos. But we had so much fun. The first day we were there, we went and rented golf carts, and we were able to just take the golf carts and ride downtown, and we went walking around down there, went to the pier. We did lots of shopping, ate lots of really good food, and the Airbnb that we stayed at was so nice. It was the perfect location. It was only like a 6-minute drive from our house to the downtown area, which we were at a lot, so it was perfect. They also had like a little putting green in the backyard and a bocce ball court and then a pool, which they heated for us, which was very nice because the weather wasn't very, very warm while we were there. The first day it was nice. Then the second day it rained most of the day. The third day it was beautiful, but it was very, very windy. So we were super glad that we had that heated pool. But we did a lot of just eating, walking around, and then relaxing at our Airbnb, and we played lots of games. Our friends and I, we brought card games and we played spades a lot, and then the kids played a ton of different board games, and of course they played hide and go seek as well. But it was a great little getaway, and we got back just in time for Kason's baseball game on Tuesday, and then Gracie June had cheer practice right after. But I do not like to leave the house messy when we're going out of town for vacation. For some reason, I always think about, like, what if somebody had to get into my house and they come in and our house is just a disaster, and I would be so embarrassed. So anyways, also, I don't want to come home from vacation to a messy house either. So these days that I was filming, I was just trying to get the house cleaned up. And then, like I said, I had some packing to do, well, all of the packing to do, because this was the Thursday before, and then you'll see the rest of the filming on Friday, where I actually did go to Target and finally packed all of our stuff for our vacation. I'm always a last minute packer too, and it drives me nuts because I'm always like, I'm gonna pack way earlier in the week, and then I put it off, and don't ever end up packing until like the day before we leave. So of course I ended up going to Target because I was looking for shorts for Gracie June since she's outgrown most of them. They're all like super short on her. She does have like a couple pairs, so they'll work, but you'll see later in the video I did go to Target, and honestly I should know better because our Target is usually very picked over, and that's why I like to order stuff online from Target. But when I went, there was hardly anything in her size. So it wasn't a great Target trip, but I will share with you guys what I found. What I did find was really, really cute, but I didn't really find what I was looking for when I went into Target. But also in this video, I'm going to be sharing a bunch of Amazon dresses. I'm going to do a little try on for y'all. I shared a dress that I got a few weeks ago, or I think a couple of the dresses I shared in a haul a few weeks ago. And I'm going to actually try a couple of those on. I also got in some other ones from Amazon. They're all super affordable, cute for spring. If you're looking for an Easter dress, all of them are perfect for Easter. And then I got a pair of like little mini heels that I wore with all the dresses, and a bag and jewelry, all the things you need to make an outfit for Easter. So if you're interested in all of that, then stick around because I will share all of my spring dress finds. All right, so how have you guys been? Let's do a little check-in. Let me know what's going on in your lives. Do you guys have any great news that we can celebrate with you? Or is there anything that we could be praying about for you? Y'all let us know in the comments so that way this community can just come together and check in on each other and cheer each other on and lift each other up. All right, so I filled you guys in on our little vacation. So I was just trying to think of anything else that's going on that I could fill you guys in on. So basically, I feel like we only have a couple months left of school, and once the school year is over, I will officially have a high schooler. So Kason, he is turning 14 in June, and he will be in the 9th grade next school year. So I cannot believe it, because when I started my YouTube channel, I know a lot of you told me in the last video how long you guys have been here, and I just can't believe how many of you have been watching since the beginning of my YouTube journey. But when I started my YouTube journey, Kason was only in the 1st grade. So it is so crazy to me that I will actually have a 9th grader this next year, and that I've been doing YouTube that long for you guys to see them like grow up. I know I don't show them a ton in my videos, but I used to show them a good bit more when they were younger, and I just cannot believe when I look back at those videos how much they have grown and how fast time has flown by. And it honestly makes me really sad, because I don't even have, I have 4 years left with Kason in the house before he graduates school. And so that is way less time than even I've been doing YouTube. And it really does not feel like I've been doing YouTube that long, but it's so sad to me, because I feel like I basically started my YouTube channel after I became a stay-at-home mom, and I have seriously been so blessed. I've been able to, go to literally every single program at school. I've been able to eat lunch with them at school over the years, go on field trips, class parties. I'm able to go to every single one of their sporting events or extracurricular activities, and I just feel so blessed, because I know that I was a teacher before this, and so I felt blessed to be a teacher and have that schedule, to be on the same schedule as my kids. But being able to stay at home just gave me even more freedom to actually participate in those school events and be able to eat with them at school. And I just can't thank y'all enough for being here with me and for supporting me all of these years. And even if you're new here, I'm just so grateful for you, because I just feel like this is like the best community ever, and you guys are all just so supportive. But anyways, over the next couple of months, we are going to be finishing out Gracie June's cheer competition season. So she's got a cheer competition in Savannah, and then she's got one more down in Orlando in mid-April. Kason is playing baseball for his school team, and then that'll be done, I think, later in April, maybe early May, I can't remember. But and then he starts his travel ball season, so we'll definitely be going to a lot of travel tournaments this summer. I think they have like 6 for their travel team. We are also doing our annual Universal trip. So usually we go the last week of school. We will take off that last day of school and head down to Orlando and go to Universal. But we actually have a baseball tournament that weekend, so we decided to go the following weekend. And so we'll go down to Universal, and we're going to stay at the Hard Rock again. That's like our favorite hotel to stay at. And we're going to do 2 days, I think, at like Universal and Islands of Adventure. And then we're going to do a day at the new park that's opening up. It's called Epic. And I am so excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I think that's all we have coming up. I know Easter's coming up, so y'all let me know if y'all want to share, or if you want me to share any of my Easter basket finds, because I know my kids are a little bit older. I don't know if your kids are younger or older, but I know that teenagers, especially boys, are a little bit harder to find Easter basket gifts for. So let me know if you want me to share what I get my kids for Easter, and I will definitely share over here, either in a YouTube video, or I can do a YouTube short that's just like stuffing both of their Easter baskets. But let me know if you're interested in seeing that, and I can definitely put together that stuff for you. And if you don't want to wait on that video, I have put together some graphics that show a bunch of fun Easter finds from like different places, mostly Amazon. But I have that stuff linked over on my LTK. So if you do need Easter ideas and you're ready to shop now, I have that linked all over there. All right, so now that the house is all clean, the last thing I'm going to do is just empty out our dirty water tank from our robot vacuum and then fill up the clean water tank, so that way when it is scheduled to go off, it can mop my floors and vacuum for me. Now, this particular robot vacuum I just got a few months ago, and it's probably my favorite robot vacuum I've ever had. Now, it is pricey. I'm going to say that. It is very pricey, but it does all the vacuuming and mopping for me. I have it on a schedule, so some days I have it scheduled to go off just at night and just to clean like the kitchen area, so that way I don't have to mop every single night that I cook. And then other days I have it scheduled to do like a whole house vacuum and mop. So it'll clean the entire downstairs. It'll vacuum and mop all at once. So I do love it. It's amazing. If you're interested, I'll link it for you. Okay, the whole downstairs is all cleaned up. Gosh, it just feels so much better. I feel like most of it was just clutter because the kitchen really wasn't that dirty. We had leftovers last night, so there wasn't a whole lot to clean. I just had to wipe some things down and put dirty dishes into the dishwasher from this morning and from the kids' lunch boxes from yesterday. But other than that, we just had clutter out, laundry that needed to be put away. It didn't take me long to get it all cleaned up, and now I'm feeling so much better. My robot vacuum is scheduled to go off in about 30 minutes, or to go on in about 30 minutes, so it's gonna vacuum and mop the whole downstairs for me, so I don't have to worry about doing any of that. I'm telling y'all, that is probably the best robot vacuum I've ever had. It is so good. But anyways, I'm about to go get my nails done. They are in desperate need of it. They're grown out pretty bad. So I'm gonna go get a manicure and pedicure. We're going on our little spring break trip. It's a little mini spring break trip because we have to get back for baseball on Tuesday. So we're gonna be gone Saturday, then we come back on Tuesday. And it's just like a little beach vacation, not too far, about an hour from here. With some friends, so we're super excited. So I want to go get my nails done, get a pedicure because I desperately need that too. And then I still need to pack and do all of that. I got some really cute stuff in from Amazon, so I might do a little try on for you. And then I may still go to Target tomorrow. Gracie June has outgrown a lot of her shorts. They're just way too short for her. So I may go get her a few things for our little spring break trip. Not sure what the weather's gonna be like. It doesn't look like it's gonna be too warm, so crossing my fingers. It's supposed to rain on Sunday. Praying that the rain will go away, because I feel like every single time we go on vacation to somewhere for spring break, it always rains, which I wish it was just later. Our spring break is way too early. It has been in the 70s here, but then we'll have like a rainstorm come through, and then the next day it'll be back down in the 60s and then back up in the 70s. This weekend I don't think it's gonna be higher than like 72, 74 maybe. So anyways, hoping for better weather. So I feel like we're gonna have to bring some layers for this weekend. But anyways, I'm gonna go get my nails done and I'll show you guys once they're finished. Okay, here's a little before and after of my nails. I did end up going with almost the exact same color. So here's the before and here's the after. They're a little bit lighter, but I do like them. But I'm gonna be honest, I do not like going to the nail salon. Okay, so I ordered some new dresses for spring off of Amazon. They're all really affordable, super cute. I mean, look at these prints. They are so pretty. So really quickly, I'm gonna do a little try on of all the dresses that I got in case you're looking for some new spring dresses. I feel like these dresses would look pretty on every body type. I feel like they're so flattering. I'm in love. So let me try them on for you guys really quick. Okay, here is dress number 1. This dress is so pretty. I love the length. I love all the details, the color. And I'm gonna pair all of my dresses actually with this same little clutch that I got off of Amazon. I have these bracelets that I also got off of Amazon. I have a pair of earrings that I got from Target, which I do have some really cute Amazon earrings too that I'll link for y'all. And then let me show you my shoes, because I'm gonna wear these same shoes with all of these dresses. I got these pretty little like baby heels that have the clear strap on top, and these will go with so many. So I'm actually gonna wear these with all the dresses that I show you today. But this is the first dress. I love it. Looks very Eastery to me. What do y'all think? All right, moving on to dress 2. Okay, here is dress number 2. Once again, I love the length of this one. I think all of them are actually like the same length, but look at this print. I love this green floral. It's just so pretty. Also, it does have a little strap right here. So you just tie this on the top. So I just tied it in a little bow. I think that's so pretty. So once again, this is just a great like spring dress, but you could also wear this for Easter. All right, here is dress number 3. This one's probably my favorite color. It does come in a lot of different colors, but this one is probably my favorite. I love the pink. And once again, perfect for spring, perfect for Easter. It's also got these little tie straps on the top. Both of the straps tie, so may need a little help with that. I did mine myself. I probably would have Chance help me like make the bows a little bit more perfect, but I think it is so pretty and I feel so like comfortable in this. These dresses are all so flattering. So dress number 3. Okay, here's dress 4, and actually I lied earlier. This one comes a little bit further up than the other ones. I feel like this is more of like a midi dress instead of to the ankles, but I'm loving it. I love the print. Also, this one just feels so secure. So this is a one shoulder strap. It is not tied, but it is the like, I don't know, the stretchy material here at the top. So it feels really good, feels really secure, like nothing's gonna fall out or anything. It's not gonna fall off of me, but it is so pretty. Another great option from Amazon. Okay, I'm actually obsessed with this dress. It is so pretty. I shared it in my haul last week with you guys, but I had to get the wrinkles out before I could show it actually on camera, like on me. But I think it's so pretty. I'm gonna definitely be wearing this for St. Patrick's Day. So it's the perfect dress for spring, but I also feel like you could wear this for fall too with some like high booties. I think it would be really cute. So I love the color. I love the fit of it. It's like, it's loose, it's flowy, very flattering. It buttons up right here in the front, and then it has these little ties that you just tie up into bows. I think it is so pretty. I love this one. Okay, really quick, I wanted to show you a close-up of the shoes. So here are the shoes that I was wearing with all the dresses. These are so pretty, and they have like that cushiony foam right here, so they're very, very comfortable. The heel's not super high. Love them. And here is the little clutch bag. Just like a couple little pockets in there. Super simple. Love this one. And then these are the bracelets that I was wearing. I got this whole stack. It comes in a set on Amazon. So I've got that. And then I wanted to show y'all these. I actually wear these under all of my dresses. They just kind of suck you in. They're not uncomfortable though. They suck you in. They're high-waisted. And then the thing I love the most about these is they have like this part right here is like almost like a little rubbery material, so it grips to your skin, so it's not constantly sliding up your legs. So I love these. I wear these under all of my dresses. And then I also wear these under my strapless dresses. So they're just called nippies. I think I've shared these before. But basically they peel off of this little rubber piece and they stick straight to your skin. So if you don't want to wear a bra, you can wear those underneath. So I just wanted to share with you guys all of these little accessories that I also got off of Amazon. Okay, so now that I've done my little Amazon haul, I'm actually about to run to Target really quick because I did see some cute stuff for girls on the Target app that would be perfect for Gracie June for spring break. So I'm gonna run there, see if I can find those things in her size, and I will show you guys when I get back. But I also need to do all the packing. I haven't started packing anything, so I need to start packing for myself and for Gracie June. Chance has already pulled out all of his stuff. He's better than me. He's already pulled out all of his stuff and got it ready to go. And then of course we've got a pack casing too, but I might just put Chance and casing on that together. So let's go to Target and see what they have. Okay, I'm back from Target. I have everything laid out on the bed. Also, we still have all of Chance's stuff. He's already got all of his stuff together for this weekend, but I just need to put them in these little zipper bags that we like to use for traveling. But really quick, let me show y'all what I got from Target. I honestly feel like it was kind of a wasted trip. I found a few good things, but I mainly went in for Gracie June, but pretty much everything that I liked for her, they did not have in her size. Even shoes. There were some really cute sandals and I couldn't get them because they didn't have her size. So I did get her a few things, and I do think she has a couple pairs of shorts that she can wear this weekend, but I'm gonna probably have to order shorts for her online. But so first, these I got for her. They're like little rubber sandals. She could wear these with like a casual outfit or to the beach. They'd be easy to get the sand off of, and then, or even to the pool. And then I got us both one of these shirts. They're like a green acid wash color. And so I got a small for her, and then I got a large for me so that they could be a little bit oversized. And then I got her this little t-shirt. It's just a plain little short sleeve t-shirt. I love the color of it. And I actually found this one in the junior section, so I got her an extra small in that one. And then for me, I saw this cute little shirt. It's pretty much the same color as this shirt that I got for Gracie June, but it has the little bows right here, and I thought this is really cute for spring. And I don't have very many like regular dressy shirts. Mostly I wear t-shirts all the time. So I thought that was really cute. And then I got this pair of shorts, and honestly I love the length on these. These are a 4-inch inseam. I got a size 8, and these fit really good. They feel like they're not too tight. They are the perfect length. I love that they don't have any distressing on them. So found those, and then I also got some sunscreen for this weekend. But that is everything I got from Target. Now I need to start actually packing. Okay, I think I have all of my stuff for the weekend laid out, and this looks like a lot, but like I said, we don't know what the weather's gonna really be like. It could be cool, it could be warm, rainy. So I'm packing a bunch of stuff just in case. We've got lots of t-shirts, and then the few items that I got from Target, I'm gonna bring those, several pairs of shorts. I got this really cute skirt off of Amazon, a few pairs of linen pants in case it's just a little bit cooler and I can't wear shorts, then I'll wear some linen pants and some shirts to go with that. I did bring one pair of jeans. And then we've got pajamas, workout clothes, bathing suits and a cover up, undergarments and underwear. Oh, I need to go pull out more underwear. These I shared earlier, these little nippies. I've got these. I'm going to pull out some other sandals too. But I'm about to put this stuff in my suitcase, and I wanted to show y'all before I did that. Oh, and I got this jean jacket off of Amazon. This one is a little bit more like fitted style. The other ones that I have are oversized, so like whenever I wear like the linen pants, they just don't look good with it because they're kind of baggy. So I got this one that's a little bit more fitted, and it has like the raw hem at the end too, which I thought was really cute. All right, now I'm going to finally pack all my stuff in the suitcase. And anytime we go out of town, I always use these little travel bags so that way I can organize my clothes, and they zip right up. I feel like it makes it easier for you to put a lot more stuff in your suitcase too. And then once we get to wherever we're going, I just pull out the zipper pouch and stick it into the drawers in the hotel room, or in this case in our Airbnb. I stick it into the drawers and just unzip it, and everything is all organized and in the drawer, and I can actually put the suitcase away in a closet or something so that way it's not just laying out on the floor. And we have lots of different sets of these packing cubes. We have one for, like, I have a set for me, one for Chance, one for Gracie June, and one for Kaysen. So we all have a set for ourselves that we use. So I do have these linked in my Amazon storefront and then also on LTK. And then I'm also going to share with you all of my toiletries, essentials that I usually pack with me on vacations. And I'll be sure to link all of that stuff too, so it's easy for you to find. But of course, I always love learning from you guys too. So if you have any packing hacks, tips, or tricks, y'all definitely let us know down in the comments so that way we can use some of your tips as well. All right, I'm about to pack up all of my toiletries and makeup and everything, so I figured I would show y'all all of my necessities. All right, first for hair care, I've got just some travel size shampoo and conditioners. Also this dry shampoo, this is the best. And then just a little bit of hairspray for when I curl my hair. Got all of the makeup in my makeup bag. And then of course my little headband for when I'm doing my makeup. We've got the contact case, extra contacts, and then my retainer. I use denture cleaner. I also have a whole box of retainer cleaner, but these do the same thing, just the little tablets to clean those at night. My toothbrush is in here. Then for all the body, we've got lotion, deodorant, body wash, and then my favorite Sol de Janeiro spray. And then for my skincare, I started using this Korean skincare brand. I think it's available on either Ulta or Sephora now, but I got mine, I got the whole set off of TikTok Shop because it was the best price. And so it came with the cleanser, you've got the toner, this little serum, and then also the moisturizer. And then the set also comes with this pore control cleansing oil, so that way you can actually double cleanse. So when you're taking your makeup off, you use the oil first, and then you use the pore deep cleansing foam to double cleanse. But I don't plan to take the cleansing oil with me just because it's not very travel friendly and I don't want it to get all over my stuff. And then the last thing I'm bringing is this Laneige lip sleeping mask. This one is the sweet candy flavor. I just got this one the other day. All right, and then this is also for your hair. I forgot to share this one, but it's called Milkshake, and it's like a leave-in treatment. You can use it before you put any heat or anything on your hair. And so I just squirt just a little bit in my hand and rub it through my hair before I curl it. So I'm also gonna bring that. All right, so I am officially done cleaning and shopping and packing for this little mini vacation. So I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me today. And don't forget, if you need any links to anything, I do have everything linked down in my comments and in the description box. You can also always check my Amazon storefront or my LTK page for any links for anything that you see around the house or any of the favorites that you're curious about. I have all that stuff organized on those two platforms. So it'll just make it easy for you to find whatever you're looking for. But thank y'all again so much for being here. I'm so grateful for all of you. And I hope y'all have an amazing week. And I will see you in next week's video. Bye.